talk a little bit about the resources you have as an area director. You are not alone. So lots of people you can call on to help you. Who are they? Let's take a look at the next slide.
That's all right, I got it.
Oh, okay. We talked earlier about what is your role and responsibility, but another way to look at it is you are where the rubber meets the road. You're like the tire on a car. You bear the weight of the district and the friction from the members. So you have to work like the tires, but you have to work tirelessly when you're doing it. And you have to maintain your inflation so you don't get worn out. How do you do that? Use all these resources. We talked a little bit about area council. We'll look at it again. Use your area council to help you do your job. You will get a mentor assigned to help you. Probably a former area director, division director, somebody that has been there, done that. Use them. Any problem you face, they're likely to have encountered. Ask them how they got it resolved. It might help, or it might give you other ideas. Your predecessor is a good resource. Talk to them. I see a number of former or outgoing area directors here. My friend Kevin, whom you know as Jeffrey, is the outgoing Area 61 director. And Richard, who is the incoming Area 61 director, you have one of your resources right here. Now, he's also your division director. So in two different hats, he's going to be a resource for you. You should appoint a deputy area director to help you, and use your peer area directors. As Glenda mentioned earlier, as an area director, the other area directors in your division are a resource for you. Join forces with them, especially for speech contests. Next slide, please. So there is the area council. You've seen this before. Some area councils are very active, and in addition to the director, they will have a deputy director for education who acts like a VP in a club, a deputy director for membership who acts like a VPM, and so on. Others will not, they will just have one deputy. But however, have somebody to assist you, and if you cannot make it to a DEC meeting, send them. You should try to go, but send them so they're there. They can come back and tell you what happened. Also, while you should try to make all your club visits, you may not be able to go to all the contests. You should. You may not be able to install officers at every club. Again, you should. But it's good to have somebody that helps you when there is that occasion that you cannot go. So use the council. And the council is one way for you to get inter-club collaboration. You get the presidents, the VPs from the 5 or 6 clubs in your area to meet one another at your area council meeting. Then they can talk to each other. Hey, I need an evaluator at the next meeting. Do you have somebody who was trying to complete a CL manual? That's how, even before I became an area director, my area director introduced me to one of the clubs that I was later going to support. So that's one, plus it helped me with my CL manual. So it's a win-win. So use the area council to help leverage you. Any questions so far? Please, and anything, comments? A number of you are former area directors. If you want to weigh in on anything, either supporting what I say or questioning it, please speak up. I love being questioned.
I can support you on a deputy.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely you need a deputy. This is a ground floor job as area director.
Right.
You cannot do it all. not only maybe you need a deputy, but you should probably have a so-called secretary, someone to keep that calendar going, to remind members when there are things that have to, and I'm saying the council members, when there are things that have to be done. Like right now, I think sending out a notice about the contest and organizing that on a club level and talking to other, for example, Mike, I'm going to give a shout out to my Division B director. Mike called me up, he said, why don't we do our contest together, 22 and 24. Best idea ever. Best idea ever. And it was, I think, one of the best contests in our area. So I give him kudos for that. So, yeah, spread out. And as Glenda said, make that area or the division one big club.
Yes.
Because it works. So, yes, I support you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll have more to say about that collaboration with your peers later. Kick off early. Call your club presidents, VPs, VPMs, call your area council, hold the meeting early. In July, don't wait. That way you get to know them, you get to talk to them, schedule your club visits, make sure they all have club contests. Not every club has a contest. Sometimes you'd encourage them to do that. And just in case somebody has a problem they cannot, encourage them at least to nominate somebody to represent that club at the area contest. You got to keep them interested, keep them involved. You get several chances to visit your clubs. Go install the officers. That way you get to know the officers, and later, if you have trouble reaching the president, you can reach maybe the treasurer, somebody. Yes, ma'am.
I want to emphasize something, and this happened with my club, my and area director. Both of the contests were scheduled, the fall and the spring, on our meeting night. So be very careful. Go online, find out when they're meeting, stay in constant contact with the club, and make sure you're not scheduling your contest on a night that your club is coming.
Good point. Good point. Try to avoid conflicts because you want to maximize attendance. TLIs. Encourage all your clubs to attend TLI. Not just for the tiki mark for the DCP, but because trained officers are more effective officers for their clubs. As International President Mike Storkey told us last year, and as District 36 Director Scott Meyer told us a few years earlier, it is all about our members. And so to serve those members, the club officers get trained at TLI and they serve them more effectively. So please encourage them. And when you go to a TLI, even if you don't have any role, go around, look at which of your club officers are there from your area, greet them, thank them, commend them for attending. In addition to the installations, if you can, do your club visits separately, because there you're actually observing the club, you're learning how well they function, where they might need help. And again, reinforcing the relationship with the club officers. So you have somebody you can reach, especially in those clubs that are behind closed doors or behind a guarded lobby, and you need help to get in. So you need to know as many people as possible in that club. Club mentor. Get together with your mentor. Again, early on, talk about your goals, the tasks you have to perform to fulfill those goals, and put a schedule. Not just, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to be in a distinguished area. Put a date, at least a month, approximate date for everything. That way you know what you have to do to get there. And then you can keep monitoring progress. Review. Progress is never in a straight line, never happens as you planned. As is the best laid plans never survive first contact. So keep on reviewing, making mid-course corrections. Any issues? Use one or more of your resources. Talk to them. how did you resolve this issue when you were in my position? Take help. And district has a lot of resources. They can help you. That doesn't mean everybody calls Anna immediately and floods her phone line, but the district has resources. They want you to succeed. So please, ask for help, but do it after consulting your sources so that you can ask appropriately. Next one, please. Your predecessor. Invite your predecessor to area council kickoff. They may or may not attend, but involve them from the beginning. Borrow or steal their institutional knowledge. Jeff, I hope you don't mind being stolen. But that is valuable. Hey, who do I go to if I want a chief judge for my area contest? Because of all the positions in your area contest, the chief judge is key. You need a chief judge like Madam Corsbell, if you can get her. Somebody with impeccable knowledge and authority. You need a good contest master to carry the contest through. So, in any case, with all of these questions, your predecessor has been through this. Use them. Consult the person regularly, not just once at the beginning of your term, but whenever you have something going, something where you need some help, or just call every couple months, talk to that person. Hey, this is how things are going. How was it last year for you? In September, this is where I am. This is how many visits I've done. Here's a club I can't get through to. What did you find at this stage in your term? Ask for help with the contest. You need a lot of help with the contest. And I know that I had to spend my own money for some things, but other people were good enough, smart enough to go get donated food. Your predecessor has done some of this. What's a good location? That's a free location for a contest. So talk to them. Next one, please. Your deputy, we talked about the deputy earlier. Use your deputy. If you are busy with other duties, deck meetings, contests, etc., and you need to have an area council meeting before we get to the district fall conference, and you cannot chair it on the day that it's convenient for all the other clubs to make it, ask your deputy to chair it for you and brief you afterwards. You can also go to deck meetings for you. Another channel to visit some clubs. Sometimes, personalities being what they are, you may or may not find good reception from the officers of a particular club. But your deputy might be able to do that more effectively. At least that happens with me. May not happen with you. If so, more power to you. But if you encounter that, use the deputy. Doesn't matter who does it. I mean, give them credit for doing it, but what matters more is that it gets done. Because after all, you are a district officer, you are here to serve our members, and ultimately you'll be remembered by how effectively you served those members. Again, speech contests. You can use help with that, and help clubs with a club success plan. Not just drawing up the plan, but following up. Where are we? Where are we supposed to be? What's been done? What are you having trouble doing? So get help with all of those. Any questions, folks, or comments? Sola.
You might have mentioned it before I came in. Now, the deputy, how would you go about suggesting that one chooses a deputy? Who would you recommend?
Somebody with experience, if you can, a former AD who is now a club officer, or look at somebody that is willing to do a lot of work and not necessarily get formal recognition for it. Because you're going to get credit as an area director towards your DTM. The deputy may not get it, but it's an excellent training for somebody who wants to be area director next year. So look for people like that. You are a member of the Division Council. So that's one place where you get to meet your peers, your other ADs. This is where you can find out who is good at what, who needs what, who's willing help with what. As Glenda said, as area directors, we all went to other area contests. We served as judges in other area contests. So get their help. I know that one other area joined with me in conducting our speech contest, and that AD was very good at raising donations, and I'm lousy at that. I'm a techie, I do very badly at sales. But I knew enough people to staff the judges, chief judge, contest master. I got the place, she brought the food, worked out so well. We repeated that for the spring contest. But support one another. Certainly participate in the division council meetings, connect with the others, collaborate, and again, just like you do with your division director, steal best practices from them. This is honorable stealing. Thou shalt not steal does not apply here. Coming back to it, it is all about our members. Do what we have to do so we can serve them. Everything else follows if the members are getting what they want out of Toastmasters. And you are once again the link between the members and the district, or the other way, the members and the district, whichever way you're located, but you are right there. You are the link. You bear the load. Use all the resources so you can keep yourself fully effective as you go through the next 12 months. Ladies and gentlemen, best of luck to every one of you. Chairman.